And this is an exercise that young people could do by themselves, or if you're a parent and you've got a child that's very worried about coronavirus or going back to school, then this is an exercise you can do with them to maybe help them manage some of those worries a little bit better. So Izzy has already written down some of her worries that she's got about going back to school, and we're just going to separate them into what she can control and what she can't control.
So my first worry would be not being able to do things that I used to be able to do. So like going to the park with all your friends, you might not be able to do that anymore.
And do you think that's something that you have got some control over, or do you think you haven't got any control?
Well, I can control that I can be more better at washing my hands and things so that it moves along faster. But I can't control like the COVID and what it's doing and where it is.
Yeah. So if I take that worry from you, and then you said there about washing your hands as well. So
Yeah.
we've got that one down here as well, don't we? So it felt like not being able to do the things we used to do, that was maybe in the middle, wasn't it? So you had some control, but not as much as with other things, but you definitely did have control over washing your hands.
Wash my hands properly and like making sure that they're done properly so that I'm safe.
Yeah. So you've definitely got some control over that one. Yeah.
So I've got not being able to hug my friends and my family. Like being given, like going in there when I go see them or give my granddaddy shopping, I can't go give him a hug.
Yeah. That's really hard, isn't it? At the minute when we're so used to being close to people and we can't really do that at the minute. So what do you think? Do you think you've got some control over that, or you don't have any control over that?
I don't think I really have any control about being able to hug anybody because I'm not being able to tell that I'm not allowed to go hug my granddad or anything.
Yeah. So we can maybe put that one in.
I can't control.
You can't control. Yeah. Great.
So
What have we got down there?
I've got social distancing, which I think I could control because if I'm social distancing, then I probably won't catch coronavirus. But if I don't social distance, then it's a high chance that I could. But then I can't control it because other people might come over to me and like come near me, so I can't really control that bit.
Yeah. So you said something really interesting there. So you kind of said, what's the one about? That one, yeah. So you kind of had two thoughts there, didn't you? So first of all, you had that you can control your own social distancing and how close you get to other people. But actually, you don't know what other people are going to do, and you don't necessarily have that much control over that. So other people's social distancing and how much they stick to it, that's kind of what you can't control. Yeah.
So I've also got haven't been able to see my friends and like go play with them and go to their house and like go have them round for tea and things. So I don't think I can really control that because it's like it's like happening. So it's not really something I can control.
Yeah, that sounds exactly right. It's been really hard, hasn't it, not being able to see our friends like we used to, especially if we used to see them at school. But actually at the minute that's not something we can control, so we'll put that in the outside.
I've also got like if passing it on, so if I get COVID, then like if I pass it on to other people and like get like my granddad or somebody sick. So I can control that because if I'm washing my hands and staying safe, I probably won't get it, so then I can't pass it on.
Yeah. Yeah. So where should we put that then? Should we put it in the can control or the can't control?
I think I can control that one. So one of my other worries would be that I'd get COVID and I wouldn't want to get COVID because it'd make me sick and I'd not be able to go to the go see my granddad when I go give him his shopping and things.
So what do you think? Do you think you've got some control over that one or not?
I think it'd be in the middle because if I do the right things then I won't get it, but I can't control if I actually get it or not. It's not something like that I could go, yes I want it, or no I don't want it.
Yeah. So you're totally right, aren't you? Like, even if you do all of these things,
there's still a chance I could get COVID.
There is still a chance. So all we can really do is try and focus on doing these as well as we can, can't we?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. It's kind of like a little bit in the middle.
Another one that I put is not knowing when COVID will ever end. Because it could go on for a really long time, but then in other ways it could end at the end of the month. So it's not really knowing when I'll be able to go see my friends and family.
And what do you think? Do you think you've got any control over that one?
I don't think so, because it's to do with other people and how they act and how they are.
Yeah, exactly. It's much bigger than just what you can do, isn't it? It's like a whole global thing that's going on, and we just kind of need to wait to see what happens.
Yeah.
So you can't really have any control over that one.
I've got this one that says I might fall out with my friends because I've not seen them for a long time. And we've only been able to speak over video and things. So we might realise that we're all really being annoying and we might fall out with each other and we might not be friends again.
Yeah, and I'm sure that's a worry that probably your friends are thinking of as well. So I don't think you're on your own, but what do you think? Do you think you've got some control over that one or not?
I guess I have got control because if I'm good with my friends and keep on staying in touch and things, then we'll still be friends because we'll still be with each other. But if I'm not having any contact or anything with them, then I don't think they'd still want to be friends because they're probably thinking that I don't bother about them.
Yeah, so you're saying actually you do have some control over this one, don't you? Because you can control how often you speak to your friends.
Yeah, and how I act with them.
Yeah.
Because if I start being mean to them, they're not going to want to be my friends.
Yeah. So we're going to put that one inside the circle that you can control. Yeah.
And my last one would be if my family get COVID. I don't want them to get it because that would mean they'd be ill and it'd not be very nice for them and I wouldn't be able to see them.
Yeah. But what do you think? Do you think that's something you can control or something you can't control?
I don't think I can control that because it's how if my family are acting. So if they go out to the shops and go meet their friends all the time, in a small room, then they're probably going to get it. But if they're all social distancing and following the government guidelines, then we'll all be safe and they won't get it. But I can't control what they do.
Yeah. And that is the thing, isn't it? We can't control what other people do, even though sometimes we wish we could. So the point of doing this then is that we start thinking about, now we know which are these worries we actually do have some control over and which are the ones we actually really don't have control over. Which of these two do you think we should try and focus on?
The ones that I have got control over.
Yeah, exactly right. So the ones we have got control over then, so you've got washing our hands, making sure we follow all that NHS guidance about how often we should do that.
Yeah.
We've got, and that kind of links into how we pass it on to other people. If we make sure we're doing all of these things, then maybe we won't be passing it on. Keeping up with our social distancing and making sure we have that bit of space between us and other people. And then stuff around staying in contact with our friends and our family members that we can't see at the minute and making sure that we keep our relationships. Together. Yeah, we're still together. So all the things we've got control over, those are the things we're going to focus on.
Yeah.
And all these other worries, the ones that we maybe don't have as much control over, what we need to do is practice letting them go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that might sound really easy when I'm just saying it like that. Oh, let it go. But how, have you got any ideas? How, if you were still worried about some of these, could you practice letting them go?
Well, I guess you could like try to think about other things and start doing different things, and you'll start to not worry as much because you're having fun. And like if I did something that I enjoyed, I probably wouldn't worry as much because I'd be thinking about how much fun I'm having, not about like how like this might be worrying me.
Yeah, you're exactly right. One of the ways we can try and let this go is to distract ourselves by doing something we really enjoy or something we think is fun.